Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So this video is going to be a challenge. It is using a random number generator to pick how many pages I'm gonna read for the week. I'm gonna do Monday through Friday. And this video is an idea by Ashlyn Cayley. I recently started watching her videos, and so I will link the video that she did on this idea. So I have chosen 4 books that are going to be like on my TBR for this video. I don't know how many I'm going to get through, but these are the 4 that I have pre-chosen, so I have an idea of what to read. So the first book is Flower Heart by Catherine Bakewell. So I think it's a friends to lovers romance, or like an ex-best friend. It has magic in it and like a deal that she has to come to terms with, and like a fantasy kingdom. And it says how her ex-best friend Xavier, who's grown from a sweet, shy child into someone distant and mysterious. So this seems like a very interesting book that has like a lot of different kind of elements in it. The next book I'm doing is, so this is Ever After by F.T. Lugans. I think it's a gay romance, and it's like after the adventure. It says, now Eric is stuck as a king, a role that comes with a magical catch. Choose a soulmate by your 18th birthday or wither away into nothing. With his 18th birthday only 3 months away, and only Matt in on the secret, Eric embarks on a desperate bid to find a spouse to save his life, starting with his quest companions, until he discovers that love may have been in front of him all along. So I feel like it might be a slow burn type love romance, but I don't know. I think I got this book. I've had this book for a while, but I think I got it mainly because the cover. I really like the cover. It's really cool. So the next book is How It Feels to Float by Helena Fox. So I've also had this book for a while, and it does seem very sad. It says, give this to all your friends immediately. It tackles mental health, depression, sexual identity, and anxiety with beauty and empathy. And this book sounds like really sad, but also really good. Biz knows how to float right there on the surface. Normal, okay, regular, fine. She has her friends, her mom, the twins. She has Grace, and she has her dad, who shouldn't be here but is. So Biz doesn't tell anyone anything, not about her dark runaway thoughts, not about kissing Grace or noticing Jasper, the new boy, and not about seeing her dad, because her dad died when she was 7. But after what happens on the beach, the tethers that hold Biz steady come undone. Her dad disappears, and with him all comfort. It might be easier, better, sweeter to float all the way away, or maybe stay a little longer, find her father, bring him back, or maybe, there's a third way. Biz just can't see it yet. So this sounds really interesting, but also really, really sad. So I think I'm prepared to be sad, but I don't really know. And the third and final book is Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. And it says, the perfect rivals to lovers romance. And one of the booktubers that I've watched, Just Ali, she said that it was good, but like almost the end wasn't satisfying. I don't know. But I've also had a friend read this and say that it was really good. And I've dabbled in chess, and so I know enough to understand the game, so I hope that I can understand the book. I don't know how much chess is in it, but it sounds interesting. It's like this girl is like an ex-chess expert, and then the guy is like a current player, and she goes back into it. She quit originally because it destroyed her household, kind of, or like her family. They play against each other, I guess. I don't really know a ton about it, but it does look good. So the first book I'm going to read is, so this is Ever After. I haven't started it yet. I wanted to read this, and I chose out the other 3. And so now to do the random number generator. I don't really know how many what the range should be. I might do it from like 1 to 200 maybe, or maybe like 150, because it is currently 4:40 p.m. I've just gotten back for the day. I've had a long day. So I'm hoping for a smaller number today, but I don't want to have it too small for the rest of the days, if that makes sense. So I might do like 1 to 150, because it is pages. I feel like 1 to 150 sounds about right. Alright, so today I have 46 pages to read, and so once I get to page 46, I will be stopping. And that's a decent number. It's not, I feel like I can manage that today. So I have read my 46 pages, and luckily it ended at chapter 5, like a full chapter. But so far my thoughts, it's pretty good. It's right after like the climax, like they kill the bad guy and then he becomes king and kind of everything like that. Like it's after the adventure. But from the back, the summary, it says that he has to choose and find a soulmate before he's 18. He turned 17 like I think 9 months ago. So he's got 3 months, but they don't know that he has to do that yet. But he's also said that all of his like group are hot. And so I wonder, like, once he finds out what plan of action he's gonna do, because like on the front cover it's the person that he's had a crush on, but there is still, oh, I think it's the people on this, I think these are the other people, but I'm wondering if there's gonna be like more of a wiggle plot, you know, instead of just going straight to the guy, if it's more of like a testing out who's gonna be his soulmate type thing. But I'm ready. I wish I could continue on reading this, but I have to wait till tomorrow to roll again. Alright, so it is now Tuesday and time to choose how many pages I will be reading today. I'm gonna do it out of 150 again. I feel like that's a good number because I feel like 150 is like a third of a book. And so that could take a while if I did get that upper end. And it's around 3:50 p.m. and so I am ready to spin the random number generator. Alright, I got 93 pages, so that's pretty decent. So I will begin on reading that ASAP. So I have finished my 93 pages and it's taken me to page 139 totally, which it is I have 2 pages left in the chapter before I start chapter 14, and it's like the middle of a kind of heated discussion, and so I'm kind of upset that I have to stop reading right now. Like it's the middle of like a conversation and I just have to stop. Like, what the heck? So it is like 9:50 p.m. and so I might do the reading early tomorrow. but I really want to get to tomorrow's reading because it's like mid-conversation, 2 pages of the chapter left. Like, what are they talking about? How is that gonna end? That is the reading I've done tonight. But that puts me at 39% done. So I went from 13 to 39. And so I've been making decent progress in this in 2 days and having like a reading limit on it. So I'm quite enjoying this challenge so far. Can't wait for the next 3 days. Hopefully I can finish this book and maybe another one, or at least start another one. Alright, it is now Wednesday, so at the halfway point, and it is time to pick the number of pages I will be reading today. So, pulling up the random number generator. Okay, so 97 pages. That is, what, 4 more than yesterday? But I rolled it, it's around 1 p.m., and so I have a bit longer to read it. But I'm excited! I'll probably be like 2/3 done with the book, so that's pretty good progress. Okay, so it is now Thursday, and unfortunately I did not finish the pages I was supposed to read yesterday. I think I made it like 1/3 of the way through, and so I'm going to finish this, maybe read while I eat breakfast later after practice, and kind of catch up to where I was, and then I'll roll a new number for today. So hopefully I can get a lot of reading done to finish up yesterday's and do today's. I am at page 186. I've started I'm at the beginning of chapter 19, and it's going pretty good. I really like this book. It's really interesting. It's like the post-adventure where the guy's the king and but he's 17 running a kingdom, and so no one really trusts him, and the previous ruler was like really evil, so everyone's got like bad vibes against the kingdom itself and are either trying to like take it over or like use it to their advantage that he's a young guy. So it's kind of like a struggle, and it's interesting to read about. I really like it. So that is my little morning update, and try to finish what I was supposed to finish yesterday. Okay, so it's around 1 p.m. and I've been reading yesterday's pages here on the couch with my dog. This is Clover, and so far I am definitely almost there. I haven't entered my page numbers to see like the percent of what I'm at, but definitely over halfway. And I really liked like the ending of what I just read. I had to read the first page of chapter 23, but like that ending, it was like kind of cute, but also now it's like, okay, we're kind of entering like that final arc. It's like kind of heartwarming, but also like very suspenseful. But I'm very enjoying the book. She just keeps yawning. Sleep girl. Alright, so it is time to roll today's actual pages. 146 pages. I might finish the book with that. Wait, I am on page 236. I don't remember how many pages there are total, but 146 pages, that's gonna take me like a few hours. Luckily I have time, but that's gonna take me a while, so I guess I better get reading. Alright, so I did just look. I am 67% done, and the 146 pages will put me to finish this book and then 30 pages into the next book. So I guess I'm finishing this book today and starting a new one. Alright, so I've been reading like all day, and I've got 43 pages left of So This Is Ever After, and I'm like really enjoying it. It's definitely like coming up to that kind of climax, and I really like it's sort of slice of life like aspect, but also like there's a plot to it, and I'm very enjoying. Like, it's also kind of drama filled, like misunderstandings and stuff. But I think I'm going to save the 30 pages of another book that I still have for my pages to read for tomorrow. So I'm not starting just 30 pages of a book. And it's already like 8 o'clock and I have to get up early again tomorrow. So I might not finish today's, but I'll just read 30 pages plus whatever I get tomorrow on a new book and choose in the morning. I finished the book. It was really good. It was like the ending, it was really down to the wire, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I almost started crying maybe, but it was a really good book. I'd say probably like 4.5 stars, maybe. Like, I don't think it's quite 5 stars, but I'd say like 4.5 to 4.75. But it was like really good. It was kind of refreshing after like the last 3 books I've read have been murder mysteries. And so kind of having this like semi-lighter, not, it was still kind of serious with like the whole if he doesn't find someone he's gonna die thing. But it was kind of like rom-com-y, magical, little bit of like fantasy type book. It was pretty good. I really liked it. I definitely want to read more by F.T. Lukens, the author. I know they have, I think at the back of the book it had like 3 other books, or 2 other books because they included this one, that looked to have like kind of similar covers like this. And so like I'm assuming kind of have like the same vibe. But overall, like, I definitely liked this book. It was really cute. I definitely liked kind of the world, and it was interesting that it was like after the main event, like it was post magical adventure. And I really liked the characters and kind of like all of the little side romances that happen. It was definitely really good. And so tomorrow morning I will pick out a new book, or sometime tomorrow, find a new book, and then read 30 pages, and then do my number generating for tomorrow. Yeah, good night on this book. Alright, so I am once again in my car before practice, but last night I did finish So This Is Ever After, and I brought a new book with me to kind of start reading in the car. I've got like probably 20-25 minutes before I have to go to practice. But yeah, my overall thoughts of So This Is Ever After were really good. I explained last night, but I was exhausted, so I could not read like another 30 pages of a new book. But the book I have chosen is Check and Mate. So this is the shortest out of the other 3 that I have, including this one. So it was Check and Mate, What It Feels to Float, and Flower Heart. And so I chose this one to hopefully kind of like make the most progress, because today is the last day of this challenge. So I've got 30 pages. I don't know how many pages this book is, but I don't really know what kind of number I'm hoping for. I guess like a kind of bigger one so I can make more progress, but also I don't know how much time I'm going to have to read today. But I'm going to begin reading this before I choose my number for the day. So it'll probably be later, because I don't think I can read 30 pages in 20 minutes. That's kind of insane. But going to begin Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I've not read a book by her, but I do know that a lot of people like her writing, so that's also kind of why I wanted to read this book. But so this is my first Ali Hazelwood book. Okay, say, that, like, prologue was pretty good. It's like, it was very interesting. It started off, like, with a bang, kind of like, what? And then also ended kind of with a bang. That's wild. The prologue, it says that was 2 years before now part 1. So it's a little bit of a time skip. So he was 18 and she was 16. So now he's 20 and she's 18. Alright, so I think it's like 11:30 and I've done my 30 pages. I kind of read like half of page 31 because I did get sucked in because they are in the middle of their game, the two main characters, and she like hasn't played in 4 years. That is on the back summary, but it's just like I'm getting anxiety like reading the book because she's like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? I need a puke bucket. Like, is this the guy? No, it has to be a doppelganger, and like all this stuff. And so I'm like, oh, and like knowing about chess, like it is kind of nerve-wracking. Like I've played here and there. I did like a tournament kind of, like I just went to one for my school and like was just invited to play. I guess they're like, oh, you want to join? Okay. But I wasn't like in the chess club or anything, and I wasn't good. Also, like the mom, this is kind of a spoiler, but the mom has rheumatoid arthritis, and I think it's quite interesting because my mom does as well, and so it's kind of interesting to see like how it's described in book form compared to how I know my mom like lives with it. And it is like, yeah, there's good days and bad days, and like it's really hard to work through, and it's chronic, like you're just stuck with it. And so yeah, that's kind of like a personal connection now that I have with this book. But now it is time to draw the official numbers for today and the last time I will be picking numbers. Okay, 134 isn't the worst, not the most ideal, because I did want to kind of clean today, but I feel like I'm enough interested in this book that it will go by quickly, and it will also like stick me thoroughly enough within the book. I don't know off the top of my head how many pages this book is, but I bet it's around like the 300 mark, so it'd stick me like a third through the book, which is pretty good. And so I've got 134 pages to read today. Alright, so I've been reading for like 45 minutes and I am on page 90, so I've got 74 pages left for the day. And I have like a pasta party because we have like a meet tomorrow and you want to carb up, so we have like a pasta party at someone's house in like half an hour-ish, so I've got like 45 minutes maybe before I read, but I want to not be in my room and kind of socialize with my family maybe a little bit. So afterwards, hopefully I will finish my pages. It might have to go tomorrow, but hopefully not. But it's decently well into the plot, I feel, and there's like lots of internal conflict, but we don't entirely know her backstory to understand like why she's conflicted entirely. Like we know parts, we know kind of like a gist of it, but not entirely why. And I kind of want to know like what the final piece was to like make her originally quit chess, like it said on the back in the description. But I'll finish my pages later. Okay, so it is now Monday. I didn't, like, my Saturday and Sunday were really packed, and so I didn't have time to finish my Friday pages. I have 74 pages to read still. I am on page 90. I need to get to page 164. So I'm at the beginning of chapter 8, and it's going really good. I think it's kind of like in the middle of the plot. I mean, not the middle, but like it started. It's not like the intro still. And so I'm gonna read as much as I can tonight. What time is it? It is almost 6 o'clock, and so I think I can make it. I am currently home alone because my parents went to my sister's volleyball game, but I had practice, and so I didn't go. So probably gonna grab a snack to eat, and I showered, and so I am ready to read. Alright, so I have now finished all my pages officially. It is around 9:30 p.m. Monday night, so it took me a week to finish it all. But I made it to page 164. I read like a page or two further because I like wasn't paying attention to what pages, but it's like 47% done, so I'm like directly halfway, and it's really good. I'd say it's quite slow burn, and it's like obviously a romance because there's like hearts and they're holding hands on the front cover. But I really like the chess aspect. Like I almost wish that it was like a series and it was like kind of longer, or like a TV show. I would like that. Like, I'm almost sad that I'm like halfway through the book, and so I know that it's like halfway over. It's like really mysterious, but also I feel like almost the main aspect of it is kind of the chess part with like an undertone of romance, which is interesting. It's a fun read overall. But to wrap up this video, I have read a book and a half in 5 days worth of randomly generating a page number. Overall, the challenge was really fun. I'm glad that I at least finished a book and made it halfway. It did take me a little longer, and I was a little busier than I expected. But overall, it was a really fun challenge, and so I guess let me know if I should do it again, or maybe mix it up and have like more of a theme, or change like the range. But I think that is it for this video, so thanks for watching.